Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So things are underway. They appear to be shaping up in a 4-4-2 formation.
Reminders of a golden era in English football, I should add. And it continues to hold its place in the modern game. Playing a second striker runs the risk of being outnumbered in midfield, of course, so with the wider pairing and fullbacks, plenty of running has to be part of their play. And, of course, the right service into the box.
Mbappe! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
They've played it short. Yamal. He is through here. Thailand have the chance to go the other way. Kiatisuk. Chanatip. Now, can they get him away? And that pass just didn't quite work. So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Lampard. And it's Lampard. Kagawa. Now, what about a counter-attack? Cheded. Oh, perfectly measured that. Now he's off and running. Gurirat. This is a promising build-up. Spread it left. Oh, he's played it in low. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. The movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Now, this could be a chance. Drives it in. Oh, well played, well played. Thailand, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Nicely weighted ball. Ferran Torres. And they can counter here. Now that's well seen too. Gurirat.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Yamal. Now it's Mbappe. Isak. Picked out brilliantly. Now that's a fine challenge. Cheded. Can he spark a counter here? He's in a great position here. And the finish! Chanatip. That's Park Ji-sung. Cheded. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Mbappe is onto this. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Now it's Kagawa.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Well, clearly he didn't mean it that way, and he is as disappointed as anyone.
Yeah, very careless, and I leave it at that.
Eze. Ferran Torres. And it's Eze. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Yamal going face-to-face with his great rival. Yamal. Well, there weren't too many attacking options there. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Park Ji-sung is one whose deliveries we all know about. And anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. There's a look and plays it forward. Tries to pass it through. That's destined for the flank. Ferran Torres has it out wide and in space. Eze cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Mignon claims comfortable. And we've reached half-time. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, simply put, Peter, they haven't been good enough to trouble the opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
So it's simmered along nicely for 45 minutes, but still no goals. It is 0-0 at half-time. So the action resumes.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Goes for a shot! Park Ji-sung. Kagawa. And it's Kagawa. Kagawa will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Tomori for Ferran Torres. Lampard, the man we've all come to watch. Yamal. Park Ji-sung. Burirat. Kagawa. Park Ji-sung. Burirat has headed upfield. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Takes a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. He is just caressing the ball. Lampard gets it away. Ball's gone out of play. Eze, Isak engages and forces him off the ball. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. Goes looking wide. Oh, such a clever touch.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Chanatip. It's an intricate pass. Tries one from range. Oh, that was no routine save.
Chided really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Eze, And it's Eze. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Park Ji-sung makes a dash for it. And here's Isak. And here's Mbappe. Mikkelsen. That's Park Ji-sung. Now he's got space here. Pressure stays on, it is a corner. Towering header! Oh, split-second reaction.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Passing is crisp and sharp.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And here's Ferran Torres. And it's Eze. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way.
Sao Paulo clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Kagawa! And that's a good finish. And that could well be the winner.
Well, what a shift in moods here, Peter. That weight's finally off their shoulders, and tails are well and truly up.
As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. A killer pass, perfectly delivered.
Sao Paulo can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Thailand are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, Peter, the manager's all smiles, but he's got a big decision to make here. He needs to see this one out.
Nicely spread. And here's Kagawa. Looking for options for movement. Ball swung in. And that should get the job done. Thailand still ahead by the game's only goal. Just 5 minutes left. Zielinski.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Very much into the last knockings. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. He's found space here. Nice control.
Teremos minuto de acréscimo.
Lampard. And that is as far as it goes. Thailand have done it. Their solitary strike ultimately proving just enough. A terrific win, however you look at it. Kagawa voted man of the match, and deservedly so. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Thailand tactically set themselves up in a way that allowed them to show better penetration whenever it was required. They basically got all the fundamentals correct. They were expansive in possession and compact when offered. Doesn't get much better.
Thought some of the link-up play we saw was quite exquisite, Peter. This was some clever exploitation.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. We are just getting started. Over to the right flank. Gives it back. Looking for the run. Olise gets into a good... Terrific effort! Oh, it's hit the post! Burirat gets it away. Well, amongst the best football tales are those of the underdog. And in Kiatisuk, we have the perfect story. A small-town boy that became a national icon.
And now the gold standard all type players are compared against. He has all the key strengths you need in a number 10, the vision, the intelligence, endevilment, at a level far above any of his contemporaries in the region.
He has all of that. He's a symbol of enduring excellence, a genuine legend. He's going for goal! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, what has happened here? Delivered low. Kamavinga, searching pass he's played there. Now it's Dembele. Now, who's going to be first to this? Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Played back. First quarter of an hour gone. And here's Olise. Here comes the cross. That is a brilliant interception.
France really are making good use of that right-hand side. The light is very much the colour green.
Olise clearly looking the key component now with the concentration on width. Really aren't convincing right now. It has to start in defence, but the whole team needs a wake-up.
Kiatisuk! Looking for the far post. That should be the goalkeepers, and it is. Oh, that's a key interception. Serginho. Senna Wang is onto this. Plenty of endeavour from either side, but not much of it in the vicinity of either goal.
I actually think both teams are playing okay here. We've had some good attempts, although they've mounted to nothing so far.
Gets a good foot in there. Kagawa. Thailand are looking to break at pace. Now it's Olise. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. It's a pretty loose pass. Kagawa, of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability. Chanatip. Burirat. He's found a way through. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Tries to dink it. Foolish header! Dembele.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
He's in plenty of space here. Oh, that's nice. Pings in a... He's rising! And he has kept it out somehow.
Mbappe really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
He's in a great position here, and it's made its way to him. Looking to play him in, and he's whipped it across. And it's claimed by the keeper. It's still 0-0, but no shortage of effort. He's having a hit! Rice. Fouquier. And it's Rice. Chanatip. Now that is tidy, really tidy. Rice does well not to be outdone there. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. And it's Dembele. Looking for options for movement. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And for the first half, that is that. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. And we are up to the break.
What a pleasant surprise to see how open this game is turning into. Just wondering if the two teams are going to keep doing what we've seen in the first half. I hope that a cautious aspect doesn't kick in.
So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action.
Everyone, please welcome our players.
We're on the move again. So neither side has yet broken through. Kagawa.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. No, that's been intercepted. Park Ji-sung is one whose deliveries we all know about. He's a sharp little ball here. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Park Ji-sung. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And here's Mbappe. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Mbappe unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Well, that looks a decent ball. Played out towards the right wing. Cherki. That has not gone well. Chanatip being hunted in packs.
Peter, I can't stress enough the need to get to this fella quickly. They can save themselves a whole lot of
And Park Ji-sung! Oh, denied brilliantly!
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Camavinga with the clearance. France have the chance to go the other way. And this is Dembele. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. He's shifting through the gears here. He's having a shot! Oh, he's been caught napping. Kiachisuk, and he's following up. He doesn't look too happy with that.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
And still, we await the first breakthrough. Camavinga. Serginho. And it's Dembele.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Burirat.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Kiachisuk. Oh, he's found support out wide. And he gets rid in a hurry. Serginho. Dembele. And Cherki. Not the most accurate pass.
France truly seem to be at loggerheads in trying to sort this out. Is it the passing or the movement that's the problem? I think both.
Played out wide. Dembele going face-to-face with his great rival. And that has been slung wide.
France really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Mbappe. And here's Elise. He's found some space. And it's Camavinga. Now this could be a chance. Dead. Park Ji-sung. Now it's Kagawa. Threads one in. Chance! And he hits the net! That could turn out to be a huge, huge goal!
Well, you can see what it means to all of them. A frustrating game, but now they have what they wanted. And they're rightly pumped and ready to go again. Yes, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. Barcola coming on here as broadly expected.
Well, this could lead to the injection of energy that might disrupt the rhythm of their opponents.
Thailand have fired themselves in front.
You have to credit the desire we've just seen here, Peter, the desire to stick to your task and keep on chipping away. Some might have backed off, but not this.
Oh, he's been caught on it here! Lovely pass, but can he get... And he'll shoot here! Still just that single goal, and we are nearly done. And now the breakaway. Rice. Cherki. Aims beyond the defence. Barcola.
France really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Chance here to counter. Played into space. Oh, that's clever. Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think.
1 minute added time.
Cherki. And the finish! And that's in. And right near the end, we have parity. Perfect placement. The one place the keeper couldn't reach.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. The referee's come over. It's a red card. Well, Jim, there's only one reason that he would be sent off there. It is the denial of an obvious goal-scoring opportunity.
Yes, sadly, he knew exactly what he was doing, and he had to go with the risk.
I think we've got just about enough time for this free kick.
Well, it looks like they'll be aiming this one for the far post, Peter.
Deftly away. He's had a shot! Oh, and the referee says that that is it. A good watch, a really good watch. Both sides toiling to try and... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. There is a massive sense of expectation emanating from this part of Milan. The giant arena bearing the name of perhaps the finest player ever to don the famous black and blue jersey. It is simply a gorgeous, gorgeous sight. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Oh, this looks sharp. Goes down, but nothing given. Olise. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Back towards the middle. And he's forced to go back. Alessandro Costa Curta, he doesn't have what you'd call a classic centre-back's physique, does he?
No, but his game is never really about athleticism, power and the physical stuff. He never has to let it be.
Yeah, it's interesting because he's still become considered one of the greatest defenders of his time. How's that?
Well, it's characteristics like leadership, his class, his tenacity. He's nigh on perfect reading of the game and all done with immaculate discipline.
Diop. And Hakimi. Diop. Patience, the overwhelming virtue in this game so far. And that pass isn't the best.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Yamal. Now it's Yamal. And that's a simple one for the keeper. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Schneider going face-to-face with his great rival. Plays a shot. And the shot! Oh, what has happened here? And it's played in here. No change to the score. 0-0 it remains. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. That's going right the way across. Fernandez. And here's Lautaro Martinez. Kiatisuk. Mbappe, unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Oh, he's been caught napping. Shot, surely! Goal! Inter! Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Ha segnato al 24esimo minuto numero 8.
Inter Milan have taken the lead.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Olise. And here's Lautaro Martinez. And this is Dembele. Shot a goal! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
Martinez really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
He's through here. Shapes to shoot! He's done very well to get to that.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Schneider! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Deftly away. Inter Milan are looking to go forward now. And they've switched it over to the other side.
Good ball, that too.
Dembele will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Gives it back. And it's Dembele. Kiatisuk. Schneider. Great ball if he can get there. Pinches it off him.
Thailand truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Olise. Now it's Schneider. Yamal, given the lift of his goal. Turns back here, probably the best option. Olise. Now it's Martinez. And Martinez! Oh, good finish! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Inter Milan are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
And here's Mbappe. It's a good spell of possession, this. That is good alertness. Looking for options for movement. Fernandez. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe has been caught there, it's a foul. Denied by a great piece of goalkeeping.
Absolutely terrific.
And the referee says that is that for the first half.
Well, I don't think most of us were expecting a second, Peter. It's become pretty much the ideal half.
That certainly seems to be the case.
Well, both half-time team talks will undergo change now. One will be solid, the other needs to be pretty inspiring.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest.
Attenzione, un cambio.
The second period is underway.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Thailand come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to make a change.
Yamal. Time and again they are repelled. Great vision. Olise looking to receive it in space. Best. He's picked his way through. While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Now it's Yamal. Fernandez goes looking wide. Oh, such a clever touch. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Inter Milan appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack.
And it's been given away. Gullit picks it up out wide. Dembele. Thailand perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. They get a throw in. Sends it crossfield. Dembele, who can single-handedly make a difference. He has found a way through. Dembele! I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials.
Hakimi. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Diop promptly onto that, and that is that. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Dembele. And it's Hakimi. Can he get on the end of this? Just the keeper in his way. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Bruno clears.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Wan-Bissaka. Fernandez. Wan-Bissaka. Olise. Can he latch on to this? Rijkaard calmly anticipates. 75 minutes played. Now it's Gullit. Oh, good spread. Best. Dembele. And he's been shifted off it. It's a pretty loose pass. Dembele is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. And he's intervened well there. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now that looks a decent ball.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
Hakimi. Dembele. And Diop. Aims beyond the defence. Oh, super ball. Yamal. This looks promising. Oh, it's come loose. Good ball, good take. Tries a shot! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
Olise certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Now it's Olise. Knocks it into space. Well read, nice interception. Dembele. And it's Hakimi. And here's Lautaro Martinez. That is very well defended. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Best. And he's picked out the run. And the finish! And the shot! Georgie Best! Amazing! He's got himself an absolute peach. Drama at the death! Is there time for one more twist?
Gol per la
And he's
Thailandia.
only too grateful to capitalise on the keep. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, this was a game they could so easily have won on another day, but alas, that wasn't to be, and they go down by the odd goal. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
Well, Peter, this was probably more slugfest than a game of football, but I actually found it very enjoyable. A game that was constantly on the edge as both sides went full pelt trying to win this. A throwback to games gone by.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Red is the colour, the only colour. We bring you this game, of course, from Old Trafford, Manchester. We are just getting started. With so many teams now playing just one up front, Jim, it's easy to forget, isn't it, that strike partnerships used to be the norm.
Absolutely, Peter, but partnerships have proven themselves to be very productive over the years. They carry more might.
And we've had some legendary ones, haven't we?
Yeah, and how it usually works is that you've got one target man with the other striker playing off him and just looking to add another little bit of devilment.
Thailand do have a chance to counter here. He's chosen to go back. Well, Fabio Cannavaro may not be a giant in physical terms, Jim, but his reputation, his presence are as imposing as they come.
Yeah, he's proved positive that being a top-class centre-half isn't all about physicality and height. You know, he's only 5'9", but he's imperious in the air. It just goes to show the importance of how he reads the game, the anticipation, the positioning.
And he's quick to return it. Showing great feet there. Now it's Pele. Sorloth receives it in a good position here. Knocks it into space. Best. And the finish! He's scored! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now, can they get him away? Great chance! That's going to go a long way. Totti. So, what can they make of this? Looking for the run. No, it's come to nothing. Now, he's got space here. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Adriano, great defending, strong and determined. Sorloth. Oh, well played. Chance! And he hits the net. And the lead lost no time at all.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Oh, look at the man.
He's had a shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And that's gone loose. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Kessié. Well, that looks a decent ball. And he shoots! Pass somewhat off target. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Totti. He won't be happy with that one. Pele can so cleverly bypass the press. He's shifting through the gears here. Cross needs to be good. And that's the keeper's ball. Tries to pass it through. Tries to play it through. And he's worked it through. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Thailand clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And it's Hullet, looking for options for movement. And the whistle has gone for a reckless challenge there. And that's going to be a booking. Serginho is looking to influence the game from out wide. He's had it taken off him. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. And they've switched it over to the other side. Totti. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Sorloth surely had to know he had the support to his right, and if he didn't, he just needs to get his head up.
And that is the end of the first half. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. So, Jim, neither side getting it all their own way so far?
Well, it's definitely been a game where both sides have tried to play to their own strengths, and I suppose neither side would be particularly unhappy with this scoreline. I suspect, Peter, the two managers will be keen to urge patience and discipline from their players now.
Well, they've gone toe-to-toe for those 45 minutes, and at half-time the score is 1-1.
Substitutions taking place.
There's the whistle then to start the second half. Engages and forces him off the ball. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Thailand come out this half somewhat altered.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to make a change.
Pass is just off target. And now the breakaway. Serginho calmly anticipates. Now that's well seen too. Back where it came from. Looking tidy in possession here. Park Ji-sung. Now who's going to be first to this? And he's made sure that's not getting through. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Del Piero is someone with real dynamite in his boots. Nicely weighted ball. He's on it. Can he get away? Manchester United can breathe again. Just.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Ferran Torres! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Totti.
Niceties are not part of this approach. This is actually quite aggressive.
Good spell of possession, this. Cannavaro did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Can he get it through? Great, and the shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Thailand do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. It's a searching pass, and that could set him on his way. Pull it. Now it's Del Piero. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Not the most accurate pass. Well, they've got it again. Cannavaro. Totti. Pele. He's picked his way through. It's Pele! Vieira. And Here's Sørloth. Park Ji-sung. Can he finish? Goal! Manchester United! And the game is well and truly turned on its head.
That was a given. It always was.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
And yes, it's him again. Manchester United leading now.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Takes a shot. Sharp and fizzing, but not quite.
A good disguise on that, though. I don't think many people would have expected him to absolutely clatter it the way he did.
Number 17, Francesco Totti. Number 9, Ferran Torres.
Looking for a runner.
Number 15,
That is good alertness.
Number 18, Donadoni.
Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Cannavaro promptly onto that, and that is that. Oh, easy pickings there. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively. Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
That has not gone well. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Well, this could be it, bar something close to a minor miracle.
Yeah, it's not looking good, Peter. Never say never, though.
That's a shade optimistic. Khan getting this one clear. Has a look and place it forward.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
He's found the way through. There's the impressive jump. He doesn't look too happy with that.
Haaland is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
No, that's been intercepted.
There will be one.
This could be their final throw of the dice.
Well, they've got to get everyone forward, and maybe even the keeper.
And that should get the job done. Well, that tackle was getting up there! And there goes their last chance. Thailand illustrating perfectly the fickle nature of football. Everything looked so good for them to start with, but as we have seen so many times, they ended up with nothing.
Please join me in wishing all the best for members of
Well,
our
how will
fan
we look
clubs.
back? Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So we're up and running. Well, Jim, Tony Adams, of course, is the absolute colossus in defence, isn't he?
Absolutely, and we all know about his defensive prowess and his leadership, but I think a lot of people overlook his versatility.
Impressive jump! Goal, Germany! And what a start!
The perfect show of intent, great purpose, great industry, and great confidence.
He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Portugal are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Well, that looks a decent ball. That's a shade optimistic. Great vision. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Dani Olmo. Looking to play him in, opts to play it back. Now it's Pedro Neto, and they can counter here. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Cristiano Ronaldo! And that was probably asking just too much.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but still very good quick thinking on his part.
Portugal with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Korbel gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. And now they can spring out of defence. And it's Olmo. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
It's a really well-measured ball. Can he spark a counter here? He is through here! Oh, that was vital.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Mendes spots it and intercepts. Messi.
Portugal are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Pedro Neto tries to pass it through. He's in plenty of space here. And the shot! Oh, the ball's come, and again! And that's in! Portugal are level! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
That's smart play from him, actually, Peter. That goal was all about positioning. He knew instinctively where to be should the keeper have gotten a little jittery.
So they have it all to do again.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
No way through. Just about midway through the first half, and it has been an engaging watch. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Pedro Neto was only too happy to help out in defence.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Well, we expected better, and so did he. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Cristiano Ronaldo! Denied by an instinctive save.
Cristiano Ronaldo actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Corner number 2 then. Very nearly half an hour gone here. Now it's Gerrard. That's a cute ball. That is ended up in no man's land. Now it's Gerrard. That has not gone well. And back to the keeper. Gerrard. Cafu ventures forward. Dani Olmo. Shot, surely! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Portugal are looking to go forward now. And this is Ronaldo. The most accurate pass. Now it's Joao Felix. Roberto Carlos. And it's Olmo. Engages and forces him off the ball. And he welcomes it in. And this is Ronaldo. Chance for a shot! And he should have made them pay.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Corner number 3 coming up. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, some tackle that. That's a foul, no two ways about it. And he is going into that little black book. Oh, good take in a good area. Cross into the box. Can he finish? Oh, the ball's run loose here. And he has kept it out somehow.
Lampard really must be thinking what he has to do.
Germany have their second corner now. Roberto Carlos with the short one. Cross from Cafu. Portugal have the chance to go the other way.
That's positional goals, the utilisation of space.
We've seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Baresi. And it's Lampard. Matheus Nunes. Could move up a gear here. Pass is just off target. Quality ball. Rijkaard kept his eye on it, and he's there. And the referee has blown for half-time. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. What's the first half compared with your expectation?
Portugal really showed some resolve in that first half, Peter, after going behind. So I think the message from the manager will be quite a positive one. Keep going and keep doing what you've been doing, because it's pretty good.
Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half.
Substituição para Portugal. Número 79. Sai e vai
Germany
para
get the ball rolling for the second period. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable match. And a header! Oh, it's fallen kindly here. Goal, Germany! And they're back in front. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, Peter, I know from experience there are players who always seem to know where the ball's going to end up. This isn't about luck at all, despite what people say. Just keep an eye on his movement.
Substituição para Portugal. Número 10.
Portugal are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now. Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Space for him to turn and look. Roberto Carlos. Now this could be a chance. Roberto Carlos. It's Gerrard! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
It's certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more, though.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? No, not quite on the same wavelength. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Portugal clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
He's got away. Oh, good effort. Pull it. He won't be happy with that one. And it's Roberto Carlos. And he's picked out the run. Dani Olmo picks it up out wide. And he's there to retrieve it. Still they trail, and time is ticking away. Oh, now he can run away with it. Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. Portugal really could have done without this. And that's going to be a booking. So seemingly that was deemed a denial of a clear goal-scoring opportunity.
Yes, sadly he knew exactly what he was doing, and he had to go with the risk.
So this to extend their lead. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. Not much more than a formality.
Should we have ever doubted him? Cool as you like.
And now he has two. Germany go up by 2 and are looking good.
You could certainly sense a real change of mood here. Now the crowd are demanding that they just finish this off.
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Not much subtlety about that challenge. And that's gone loose. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Triol does really well to win the ball there. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Now it's Bale. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. Baresi always on the lookout for any signs of danger. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. And that could set him on his way. It's gone all the way through to the keeper. Portugal still have the cards to affect this game. Roberto Carlos. Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, no question, that's a foul. Well, he's playing innocent. He has every reason to. There could be trouble here. But for now, the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
Well,
with him already been on a yellow, he should know much better than that.
Oh, he's done well. Great stop.
Germany have their third corner.
Lampard!
Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. That is good alertness. Aims beyond the defence.
Cristiano Ronaldo!
Can't be expected to deliver anything better than that. This is heroic keeping.
Pass somewhat off target. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, he's had a shot! And he hits the net! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Vamos dar lugar a uma substituição.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes.
He's a sharp little ball here.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Looking for options for movement. Now it's Diaz.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Now it's come to nothing. Roberto Carlos. It's Bellingham. Rijkaard.
Chance!
Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Olise has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Foram indicados 6 minutos de compensação.
And the referee's looking at his watch. We could be done here. Tries to play it through. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. Roberto Carlos. Pele. Now, what about a counter-attack? Can he get it through? Flashes it across.
When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set.
Olise. Played towards the other side. That's that, the end. One of those games that many would have felt no one deserved to lose, but Sentiment counts for nothing here, and at the margins, it was decided.
Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Portugal, they just didn't seem to have a plan, having been forced into chase mode so early, Peter. The players seem to lose their collective heads, and once you do that, it's a challenge to fully recover.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform.
Hello everybody and welcome to today's match. And please welcome our lads to the field.
Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into his stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
Hard to disagree with that. It is the sort of situation he thrives in.
Well, this 4-4-2 formation is often used in the modern era defensively, but it used to be the gold standard of formations a generation or so ago, Peter, and it does allow the fullbacks to play a key role in attack.
Yeah, they offer most of the width, don't they?
Exactly. You want them to be high up the pitch so they can get themselves into the final third whenever possible. This will, of course, ask an awful lot of the centre halves and the central midfielders, who'll need to drop into position and cover the spaces.
So we're very much on the way now. Takes a shot! And how good was that? That is a gem! An absolute gem! Such thrill, such noise, and how this matters! The purest possible contact. What a fabulous strike.
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just don't stop those, Peter.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Oh, well measured. Matheus Cunha. Oh, that's fabulous. And there's a goal! 2-0, and in next to no time. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
And it's Cancelo. Good shooting chance! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. That's a decent clearance. Corinthians are looking to go forward now. Still pretty early days, but the difference in fortune is very clear. Zico tries to thread one through.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Oh, that's nice. Tries to play it through. Matheus Cunha. Nicely aimed pass.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Cunha going face-to-face with his great rival. Oh, the clearance is short. Mbappe! That's another chance. Yes! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
Kylian 3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. And here's Saka. He has found the way through. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And it's been hooked away. Zakaria cuts out the pass. He's a sharp little ball here. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Spread neatly. He's got away. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Great vision. Now it's Zico. Hoisted in. Oh, great leap! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. Zakaria. Kessié. Played back into the centre. Zakaria. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And that has kept the keeper on his toes.
Well, let's just consider that one a rangefinder, Peter. It certainly wasn't troubling the goalkeeper.
He's found a way through. Great defending, strong and determined. Gabriel. And Spence. Now it's Madueke. Kessié. Can he get on the end of this? Shot could be on. Played in with purpose.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Rodri. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Matheus Cunha. Threads one in. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Zico. Shifted it to the flank. Now it's Zico. And it's Tchouaméni. And it's Zico. And this is Drogba. Drogba touches it back. And a chance! Oh, it's a beauty! A finish of true class! And that is stunning. Just too hot to handle.
I think it was probably past the keeper before he even saw it. Incredible he got so much power with so little backlift.
Number 10, Zico!
So could they be onto something here? Matheus Cunha. João Cancelo. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, this looks sharp. Oh, good-looking ball. Cunha is onto this. Great
2
chance!
minutes has been indicated.
And that's another fine save. Oh, that's well spotted. Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, he's trying to skip past his man. And the referee says that is that for the first half.
Well, it's hard to say whether a 2-goal advantage under these circumstances is decisive or not, but so far I haven't really seen enough to indicate that the opposition can come out in the second half and improve to that degree.
Well, we've been blessed with a goal-laden first half. 3-1 is the half-time score.
Everyone, please welcome our players to the field.
And here is the first touch of the second half. Zico. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Haaland! Oh, denied brilliantly.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Looking to play him in. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Looking for the run. Zakaria. He is through here. Oh, no, he's seen through all of that. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now it's Madueke. Oh, that's a key interception. Spread it left. He's in plenty of space here. Saka shapes to shoot! It's hit the upright. No, just not quite. Zakaria and Kessié. Cunha, who's set up one goal so far. Oh, good spread. Oh, he's found support out wide. And that is out and behind. It's a good block. Rudiger attempts a clearance. Kessié. Zakaria. And it's Cancelo. Shot at goal! Now he wants to get in on the act here.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Rodri. Now it's Drogba. Madueke. This is a promising build-up. He's had it taken off him. Oh, it's come loose. Tries to pass it through. Neymar. Zico. And he's being shifted off it. João Cancelo. Mbappe. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Zico. And it's Neymar. So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Yeah, they're looking for some imagination, and his job's going to be to add that element of craft and guile, the man pulling the strings.
And he's managed to get free. Kimmich. What's going wide left? Good pressure, determined, intense. Played out towards the right wing. It's Saka. Saka going face-to-face with his great rival. Neymar. Well, some are shouting for a corner, but the referee says goal kick. Madueke. And the shot! And that would have been game, set and match.
Well, he's looked very lively. He really wants to put this game to bed.
Substitution in progress.
So a bit of a revolving door here. Lots and lots of changes.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
He is starved of space and time. Oh, nicely intercepted. Marquinhos. Now it's Neymar. Oh, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. Haaland. Matheus Cunha. Gets his head on it! And he hits the net! And with that, it is pretty much a done deal. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Corinthians making further changes here, and in quick succession. Mbappe getting the call here in what can be interpreted as a clear show of intent.
Well, this could lead to the injection of energy that might disrupt the rhythm of their opponents.
So now the difference is 3. Now it's Neymar. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now has he got the beating of his marker here? Not a hint of offside here. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. Mbappe, very nicely done, flings in across. This could be their final throw of the dice. And it's been taken short.
There'll be 3 minutes added time.
Oh, that's superb. It's Zico! No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Zakaria kept his eye on it, and he's there. Takes on his marker. Adweke. So that's it. It is all over. Well, that was a shimmering, sizzling, scintillating game. The key characters glittered throughout and did what they did when required so to do. There could be only one outcome. Mbappe picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. And we're underway. Well, now the opposition are going to have to find something pretty special to stop Lionel Messi today, aren't they, Jim?
Yeah, the man is an absolutely born winner. You just feel that with him on the pitch, anything is possible.
And what's more, he brings out the best in his teammates.
Yeah, I think he just gives them that confidence that they can overcome whatever the opposition throws at them, and he leads by example, of course, and will probably come up with something.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Ambitious ball here. Now it's Shevchenko, and he's managed to get free. And that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. Oh no, he's got that wrong. Big chance! And he's done it!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
But pour l'équipe du Paris Saint-Germain. Après 9 minutes de jeu, le numéro 13.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Kessié, who's looking wide. Camavinga. Short changes him with that pass. Quality ball. That's been cut out, well played. Now it's Messi. It's out of play, and it is a goal kick. Great vision. Just eases him off the ball.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
He's picked his way through. Bruno Guimaraes! And he nearly went all the way.
Well, I'm glad he took the opportunity to run with the ball when the chance came about. That's the kind of positive thinking they need right now.
And we have our very first corner. Alexander-Arnold goes short. And the finish! That's got him rattled. Camavinga calmly anticipates. Oh, that is a good ball to... And Shevchenko! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
Well, it wasn't the best pass, was it? The apologetic look says it all, really. He knows he could have got his team in real trouble then.
Messi, can he get on the end of this? Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
And that was nowhere near his best. Vermeer pinches it off him. Paris Saint-Germain are very much a team that like to work off a central target. Is that how you see them, Jim?
Yeah, I agree with that, Peter. They seem to have the right personnel, certainly on the delivery front. I'm sure there's a trigger to this, whether it's someone opening up the passing lanes or making a move into the box.
Van Dijk is there to clear. Now it's Villa. Shevchenko, given the lift of his goal. Now, can they get him away? They have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Paris Saint-Germain have the chance to go the other way. And he's had it nicked away. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. That's a lovely, neat pass. And it's Guimaraes. Tries a deft little ball. Oh, that was vital. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Now it's Villa. That's a nicely shaped ball. Van Dijk cuts it out. Camavinga.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Out towards the flank. That's where it came from. Kessié.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Oh, that's a key interception. Now it's Mbappe. Tries to pass it through. Now it's Shevchenko. Probing pass. Chips it through. That's the keeper's ball. And the whistle goes for half-time. And it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about, so an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly.
Changement.
So let's get the ball rolling.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
And that is high.
Ah, look, his thinking was more audacious than his attempt.
Alexander-Arnold. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Best! And Dijk deals with that comfortably. Bruno Guimaraes to Messi. That has been cut short. Vermeer. Now it's Mbappe, looking for options for movement. Platini. Great ball if he can get there. He's shifting through the gears here. Chance! in! They are right back in business.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
We're looking at a different game now.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Bruno Guimaraes. Now it's Mbappe. And the through ball. Oh, that's superb. And the shot! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And they've got their lead back. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Paris Saint-Germain leading now. Best. Oh, he's burst through. Best unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. David Villa is onto this. Platini elects to cross.
Well played and well cleared. Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
And this is Shevchenko. Can he finish? It's run loose. That could spell trouble. And another try! Oh, good finish. 2 to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain. Le numéro 21, le numéro 13, le numéro 17, le numéro 24.
Paris Saint-Germain choosing to make the first change.
Le numéro 10.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
And things are much healthier in their favour.
Getting up there! And that's a sharp finish. Back within 1. They have them in their sights again. That is a fine goal, really efficiently done.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and made it perfectly.
Shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Right here, right now, it's not looking favourable. They're chasing the ball and the game.
Strong running down that left flank. It's a good foot in there. Platini can see things others simply cannot. Platini providing an outlet on that flank. Great chance! He's got a goal! Once more they've done it! They just will not lie down!
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character, wonderful.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
It's turning into quite a gem, this.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Chance, surely! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And they get themselves in front! As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Yeah, the goal was really well worked. Look, the game is a constant search for space, and he found the pocket.
Le numéro 14.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, all their effort pays off in the end. It just took that extra bit of dynamism to get them the goal they craved.
Best, and a chance! Oh, wow, that's crazy! There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
This is such a dominant performance. The defence are sick of the sight of it, but he doesn't look finished just yet.
Changement en cours.
Time for a change in personnel. Well, what a game we have on our hands here.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
No, he wasn't going to let him past. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
Del Piero stood his ground strongly.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Best. That's gone all the way through to the keeper.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And he's decided to go for it. And the goalkeeper watches it past. Camavinga. This is a promising build-up. João Cancelo gets across to intercept that.
Il y aura 6 minutes
That
de
is one way
compétition.
to stop him. Into stoppage time, whistle due any moment. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And this is Del Piero. Fernandez. It's a threat. Del Piero! Oh, he's done it! Oh, that has got to be it! This has to be it! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.